Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe with Jordy. I am your host, and today I am joined with
Ian.
We are excited to be here. Hopefully, you guys had a great MegaSota game night last night. It's a TwinsWinsDay today, and we are going to be streaming to you live all day long on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and even Twitch. Our channel names on both are MegaSota for you guys.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are checking in on those streams as well as checking out those brand new locations. Well, not brand new locations, brand new Pilot TVs in some already existing locations like JJ's Bowl, the Dugout Grill in Bethel, as well as Patriot Lanes.
Absolutely, some great locations, getting some shiny new Pilot TVs, and we need you guys out there playing Pilot games all day long. You guys will absolutely want to be doing so, as we got over $16,968 starting off our day on that Twins bingo. It's probably going to be clicking over 17 grand as you guys are playing in those first couple games. You guys absolutely need to be coming out and trying to take home that jackpot in 52 balls or less.
Oh, for sure. Definitely some great stuff. And we are super excited to get into that Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. The minor prize is at $0, but, you know, it's going to continue to grow and get larger. It's already at 52 balls or less. It only needs $50 to click up from 52 to 56. But the highlighted jackpot, I feel like that everyone's got to have their eye after. And it's at 51 balls or less, but very, very doable. $33,783 available on that mega prize in the 25-cent edition of Jackpot Hunter.
Yeah, that's definitely one you guys will need to be coming out for. Maybe even one of the best jackpots of the day. You guys absolutely want to be playing it. But after that, we get into some some Jackpot Hunter games. The $1 edition running from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. That minor is already on our jackpots to watch list because it's already starting out at 52 balls or less. It went out on that MegaSota game night extra special round, and so it is starting out the day clean slate at $0. But you guys know the drill. You guys, the more you play, the faster it'll click up, and as soon as it gets to $100, it's going from 52 to 56.
Definitely some great stuff heading into tonight. And just yesterday, we had a really great day of bingo where we had 5 different jackpots go out on this last Tuesday, a really, really good Tuesday. And the first one went out to Blake over at the Exchange Food and Drink, taking home $620.
Nicely done. Next up, we had a lack over at Rutgers Birchmont Lounge, taking home $954.
Yeah, good job. Next up, we had Nate over at the Blue Note, taking home $907.
Nicely done. And then we had Papa PJ over at Broadway Pizza Coon Rapids, taking home $1,148.
And the largest jackpot of the week, so far this week, I think, we got Ama over at Elks Lodge, Awantana, taking home $15,726.
Nicely done. That is great to see. Nicely done to all of our jackpot winners. Those were all of those ones over $600, counting towards our rolling total. But we ended up giving out a few other jackpots yesterday in the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. They just weren't quite over that $600 amount. They don't get to count towards our rolling total, but they still would deserve a little bit of spotlight.
Yeah, and that one went out to Braden over at JJ's Bowling Center, taking home $299. The other player, got over the $600 mark, who was Blake, the first jackpot on that Tuesday over at the Exchange Food and Drink, taking home $620.
Nicely done. But if you guys want to be taking home jackpots of your own, you can check out some of our eTab games. We just released our 5th one of the year so far. Later, Gator, you guys will definitely want to check it out. It's a lot of fun. You can even check out that Gator bait bonus round where you set the biggest bait, wait for the biggest gator, and take home the biggest prize.
Definitely great stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are going to be checking into Minnetonka, Minnesota to see what the weather's looking like today. And this past week, if you guys have just had some beautiful sunshiny weather.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be abundance of sunshine with a high of 86 degrees. With winds west to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Should be an absolutely beautiful day for you guys, as the sun is only going to set at 9:04. So you got a nice long day ahead of you.
Absolutely. And that UV index is going to be about 8 out of 10 today, so it is going to be a nice and shining day. It is going to be still remaining mostly clear into that nighttime. You should expect a low of about 66 degrees, though, and winds going about 10 miles per hour, so it is going to be a little breezy, but it seems like just a beautiful, nice summer day.
Yeah, should be some great stuff, and should be some great bingo, because Twins Bingo running from 12 all the way to a 1 has a great jackpot, $16,968, but it also has some great points that are available so that you can shake up your standings in the Twiking Zone.
Absolutely, and we are still looking at a tie that was formed up just yesterday in the Twiking Zone between Brizo at the Atomic Star Tavern and Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. They're both tied up with 120,000, but if anyone breaks out of that tie, they will easily be getting into another one, as Pooba is over at Meister's Bar and Grill with 121,000. In ninth place, only 1,000 points separating them.
Oh yeah, definitely some crazy stuff. But the close races don't really stop there, as our sixth place player got moved up from 6th into 5th, bumping back the 5th place player from 5th into 6th. And that player getting bumped back was GTZ over at the Midi with 174,000 points, just slightly getting ahead of GTZ with 179,000 points. In 5th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Whitefront Saloon.
Big moves. They're even trying to maybe get into that 200,000 point club in these final weeks. It is going to take a big push if they want to compete with our top 4. Have they been sitting in our top 4 for quite some time now? And in 4th place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 211,000 points, recently pushed back by Mikey Wins, a big-time player who's been getting a lot of wins at lunchtime over at Steve-O's, now sitting with 225,000 in 3rd place. But still, our top 2 remain the same. In 2nd place, we have Simbob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 229,000, and Scrub-Eye at VFW Blaine in 1st place with 321,000 points.
Wow, definitely some crazy stuff happening on the player side of those standings. But on the location side, we didn't have any real shakeups happen, but there's definitely some races that we got to highlight due to how close they are. The first one happens at 7th place over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. They have 301,000 points, only 4,000 points behind the 6th place location, Eagles Rochester, with 305,000 points.
Yeah, and even then, so we have our place on 3rd and 5th place with 316,000. That can easily be made up in a day or two. And so definitely, if these locations get a big amount of play in one of these days, it could have some huge implications to our standings.
Oh yeah, but tight races even follow us into our top 3 locations, as our 2nd and 3rd place, they are definitely duking it out, seeing who can be in that 2nd place spot.
Absolutely. And in 3rd place, it's American Legion Fridley with 563,000. Only 2,000 points separate them from our 2nd place location. They've definitely closed that gap, and now they're inching towards that 2nd place spot, currently held by Corky's Bar in South Haven, who sits with 565,000. But no one's really rivaling this 1st place location, as we're looking to see them get in the 1 million point club before the season's over. We have VFW Spring Lake Park sitting with 980,000 points so far.
Oh, I can't wait to see if they can do that huge feat and get into the 1 million point club. Should be a really, really good time. But speaking of a good time, we got an E-Tab game that has a really, really good prize that's creeping close to $50,000 in that game. And, you know, what could this out-of-world prize could be about? Well, it's in Martian Invasion. You know, love a little Martian Invasion. And you guys can win that giant $50,000 prize. They're creeping up to $50,000. And so you want to go out and check out that E-Tab game.
Absolutely. But if you guys don't want to try for that $50,000 jackpot, I don't know why you wouldn't. But if you want to check out something else, we got over 50 different charitable E-Tab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. They all have 85% payout, huge prizes up to $1,500, and even small bets between 50 cents and $5. You want to check out those awesome bonus rounds that are in each of them, and you can even win some free play rounds as well.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And our live bingo also has some great stuff. After the Twins bingo, that runs from 12 all the way till 1. From 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, we got the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that leads you all the way up to our happy hour. But before you get into that happy hour, you'll have shots at a mega prize of $33,783. 51 balls or less to win that one. A major prize of $1,892. 49 balls or less to win that one. And then a $0 minor that's sitting at 52 balls or less, but only needs to hit $50 before it clicks up from 52 to 56.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will be taking home some great prizes, and it'll lead you right into our happy hour show where it'll be John and Will back and better than ever with you guys for our happy hour show right at 4 p.m. You guys will get kick-started off with a Lucky 4 bingo game. game that has over $19,825 on the line. If you don't win it in that first round at 4 p.m., don't worry, you'll get a second opportunity at 6 p.m. and sandwiched right in the middle during that happy hour show is the 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. We have some great prizes on the line in there as well, as we're starting out the day at that minor clean slate, 52 balls or less, but every $100 increment, it'll click up 4 balls or less, it'll cap off at 64 balls, well, that cash will continue to grow until it goes in your pocket. We also have that major at $10,900 and 50 balls or less, and $100,000 on that mega 45 balls or less, still looming in the background for you guys.
Yeah, definitely a really, really exciting time. Also, a time where you can get those shakeups in the player standings. And let's talk about those players that are really tight-knit, because one of those tight-knit players just broke out of a tie with each other, a
Wowee.
long-lasting one that we've made jokes about because they've been staying together for so long.
That is insane to see. Not Lucky Tim. It's got 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar breaking out of that tie, now in 6th place solely with 64,000 points, leaving Kimmy into 7th place over at the Double Wide with 63,000.
But that doesn't mean that those close races don't exist still there in those spots, because in 9th place you got Olars. Well, I'll go all the way back to 10th place.
I was going to say.
Because Brother Nat over at the Chart House has 59,000 points. 60,000 points for Olars over at Anamia Vets Club in 9th place. 61,000 points for the 8th place player Kev over at the Deer Stand. 63,000 points for the 7th place player Kimmy over at the Double Wide. 6th place with 64,000 points. It's 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar, and it's not a huge leap to say that they could catch up to the 5th and 4th place player between Crazy Kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar in 5th with 69,000 points, and in 4th place Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 71,000 points. I really say that anyone from 10th all the way to 4th can really shake up their standings.
Absolutely. It's going to take a little bit of a push if anyone want to jump up into our top 3, though, as there is a little bit of a gap, about 12,000 points separating Elsa in 4th and Not Lucky in 3rd place. Not Lucky in 3rd sits over at American Legion Fridley with 83,000 points. Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue sits in 2nd with 146,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Bobo at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 151,000. We are looking at that race between Bull and Bobo, though, because they still have some time to shake things up.
They really do. But moving on to the location side of the standings, we had a new coming location getting into 10th place. We've seen them in these standings before, got bumped out, and now they're back once again. American Legion Fridley with 107,000 points.
Yeah, they're closing in on now 9th place location, got pushed back just yesterday. Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul sits with 111,000, only about 4,000 separating them. But the location that was able to jump up into 8th got a little bit of a gap separating them now, as Anamia Vets Club in Anamia is sitting in 8th place with 119,000.
Oh yeah, but then you get some more gaps. There is only a 4,000 point gap between Tasty Pizza Hangar 485 and Hilltop in 7th place with 123,000 points, and 6th place Gas Can Bar and Grill and Brainer with 127,000 points. Then only another 4,000 points separating Gas Can Bar and Grill with Riverboat Depot in 5th place over in Sartell with 131,000 points.
There is a little bit of a gap, though, between them and Concordia Lanes, as they sit with 149,000. Definitely going to need a big push if any of those locations from 5th place back want to move up into our top 4.
Oh yeah, but our top 3 have been pretty solidified. As 3rd place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 234,000 points. Newly getting into the 300,000 point club in 2nd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with exactly 300,000 points. And that number 1 location setting records, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue with 414,000 points.
Nicely done to all those players and locations. Make sure you guys are coming out for our happy hour show to try your hand at that Jackpot Hunter after that second round of Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m. for that over $19,000 jackpot. You guys will definitely want to stick around, because we got some Skull Bingo prizes that definitely need to be earned in the hour before we jump into Twins Bingo. But you guys will have another hour after as well. But in that Skull Bingo, you guys will get a chance at a line prize at $350, 10 balls or less, a large frame at $1,765, 43 balls or less, and this coverall prize, I'm itching to see it go out, $49,990, 50 balls or less, guys.
Definitely some great stuff come out out for that Skull Bingo, as well as coming out for that Twins Wednesday. It happens from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Bunch of PGL game action with me and Jordy back in the studio once again. And we even try and give out a $13,405 jackpot in our Jackpot Jungle 25-cent edition that you can win in 52 balls or less. But just last night, we had a different specialty night.
That's right. You guys missed out on a MegaSota game night if you weren't coming out at 6:40, but don't worry, it happens every single Tuesday. You can come out for it. MegaSota game night is your only chance to see Tony and Nikki hosting and giving out as many PGL points and jackpots as possible. They even have their own Jackpot Jungle game that ends off their night, and it's the $1 edition, so it ups the ante a little bit. 54 balls or less. It has over $18,795 on the line, so definitely come out next Tuesday.
Definitely really, really good stuff there. And if you want to be one of those players competing for points on those nights, you got to be signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. You also get insider information if you get signed up there, which will include upcoming information about the PyCon that will be coming.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's our annual event where you guys get to meet us live. We might even bring you up on the broadcaster with us and show a little support for Pilot Games. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will definitely want to be in the know about it. And not to mention everybody who signs up at PGL.world, we highlight as a newcomer special. And so we've got players like Critter623, Winifred Rue, Dusty726, Tyler T, Mail Lady, Jay-Z, MZ Holly, Miss Kitty, Poa, Beatnik, Sandud, Aim23, Ducks, Game Guy 202, Rydell, Scat, Bree, and even Crayola 7 signing up.
Oh yeah, but let's get into those players that have been earning points all season long. And newcomer into 10th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,154,715 points.
Yeah, now closing in behind OE50 over at Stanchion Bar in 9th place. If Sloppy gets a big night tonight, could definitely pass them up. As OE50 only sits with 1,174,000.
Yeah, definitely is an easy one that could be passed up. Another person who got passed up was Nixon, passing up Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. Nixon's playing at VFW Roseville with 1,339,000 points, passing up Sarah Honey, who has 1,299,000 points.
Definitely some rivalry there as they've been switching spots for the past couple weeks, and so we're looking to see if Sarah Honey is going to come back out, get those points, and steal back 7th place. Right ahead of them, though, we have Bucks in 6th place over at Rustic Saloon, now sitting with 1,438,000. Closing in on Bryzo in 5th place over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,594,000.
Definitely some crazy stuff there, but we'll get into the top 3. I mean, actually, I'll talk about the close race between Forget You D and Big Dog. I mean, that's really close. 1,717,000 points for Get You D, 1,742,000 points for the 3rd place Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. Can't wait to see where that gets shaken up. But our top 2 sit like this in the 2 million point club. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,272,000 points, and with 2,622,000 points in 1st place, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post.
Absolutely, that's pretty exciting stuff. But on the location side of things, we only have one location outside of the 5 million point club or higher, as LG's in Miltona is our only location, sitting with 4,819,000.
Yeah, Howie Sports Bar and Grill was able to do that just last night, accumulating 5,332,000 points so far this season.
Absolutely, but we are going to just talk about our top 3, as there weren't any other shakeups that happened in these standings, which is really surprising, because it's usually our locations that have the biggest shakeups. But in 3rd place, we sit with Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 6,933,000 still. 2nd place is Billy's Rockford, and they sit with 8,049,000 points. And Poppers in Virginia is the other location that got in the 8 million point club, and they sit with 8,142,000 in 1st place.
Well, crazy stuff happen all the time in Pilot Games, and if you want to stay up to date with all that, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. Click on that and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, player picks, and so much more, like a website link, which is our link tree, which has links to bar locations, social socials, and so much more there as well. So definitely just go check out everything our Facebook has to offer.
Absolutely, but we want to highlight one of the biggest jackpot winners of this past weekend, and it went out to TNT over at American Legion Hugo, who took home $4,447. While playing at American Legion Hugo along with all the other players at that location, they supported Hugo Legion Post 620, and their mission is to enhance the well-being of Americans' veterans, their families, our military, and our communities by our devotion to mutual helpfulness.
Oh yeah, well we'll be right back in 10 minutes for a little bit of Twins Bingo, but while you're getting enrolled into that, remember, when you play pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys in 10.
Hey guys, and one of our favorite parts of doing what we do is giving out jackpots every single week. And during this last weekend, we gave out a few jackpots, getting our jackpot total in this season 11 up to 540 jackpots.
I love to hear it. And that first one we gave out on Friday went out to Conehead over at Maple Liquor Store, who got to take home $716.
Yeah, good job, Conehead. We also had Slappy over at American Legion Fridley taking home $748.
Nicely done. Rounded out Fridays. And then on Saturday, we had Murph over at the Sunshine Depot taking home $709.
Good job, Murph. Then we had a nice prize go out to SJH over at the Club New Yorker, taking home $1,276.
Wow, we nicely done. And then we had Mikey over at the Barrel House Bar and Cafe, taking home a whopping $19,832.
Largest jackpot of the weekend, but we also had one more jackpot go out on Sunday, and that was 4-man rules over at Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $4,447 to round out the weekend.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are coming out each and every day to try your hand at the different games we have to offer, take home some jackpots, and remember, while you play Pilot games, your community wins. Hey, what is up, you guys? We got 2 specialty nights each and every week. We got MegaSota game night on Tuesday at 6:40, and we got TwinsWinsDay each and every Wednesday at 7, going all the way till 9 p.m. You guys absolutely need to be coming out for that. Sign up at pgl.world, earn some cash as well as those PGL points.
Oh yeah, and those points, the people who have earned a lot of points. In 10th place, we got Reyes22 over the Old Town Tavern with 1,140,835 points. In 9th place, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar with 1,174,515 points. Then with 1,243,149 points in 8th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. 7th place is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 1,284,750 points. Then with 1,378,250 points in 6th place, we got Bucks over at Rustic Saloon. 5th place is Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,519,065 points. With 1,671,650 points in 4th place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin. 3rd place is Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 1,742,925 points. With 2,272,330 points in 2nd place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford. And in 1st place, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post with 2,449,175 points.
Absolutely, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings as they've been highly competitive this season. And in 10th place, we got Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 4,514,925 points. 9th place is with Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud.
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Twins Bingo. $17,000 of total prizes on the line, and you guys just got 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game. We are streaming live to you guys on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both those, so make sure you guys are checking in and let us know what's happening.
Absolutely, and we had a couple great locations getting brand new Pilot TVs just the other day. And so if you're over at JJ's Bowl, Dugout and Grill Bethel, or even Patriot Lanes, you're getting to watch us on a shine and new Pilot TV.
Oh, that's some great stuff. But we had some really great jackpots go out over just yesterday. 5 jackpots to be exact, making our rolling week 28 jackpots for the rolling week. 561 jackpots during this season 11, trying to get to that 600 mark before the season 11 closes up.
Oh, absolutely, and I think we are on track to do so. We are officially in this game number 1, though. We got $11 on that line in large M and over $17,000 on that jackpot. Ooh. Hopefully we can give it out and be like one of these lucky jackpot winners, as just yesterday we ended up giving out some great jackpots. That first one went out to Blake over at the Exchange Food and Drink, who took home $620.
We got Juicy Loser over at the shortstop Fridley taking home that line prize of $11. Good job, Juicy Loser, as we're now working on that large M of $11, as we got Sparkles now 6 balls away. But outside of Blake getting the win, we also had Alec over at Rutgers Birchmont Lounge taking home $954.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Nate over at the Blue Note taking home $907.
Good job. I feel like the Blue Note should be a show.
Yeah?
I don't know why. It just feels like a show name.
It reminds me of Blue's Clues, if you say it like that.
The Blue Note? See, I think of it as like Blue Bloods kind of thing.
Ooh.
See, like I think of it as like a detective show.
Okay.
Like you know, the Blue Note. I don't know.
I can see it.
Yeah, we do have other jackpots that went out during that Tuesday, as we had Papa PJ over at Broadway Pizza Coon Rapids taking home $1,148.
Nicely done. And then the final jackpot that went out yesterday happened to be the biggest one we gave out, and it went out to Oma over at Elks Lodge, Owatonna, taking home $15,726.
Yeah, definitely a great prize to go out to Oma. Now, we did have other jackpots go out. Blake won one of those jackpots in the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. That one got over $600, but we had another one that didn't quite get over that $600 mark, and that was because of Braden over at J&J Bowling Center. Took home $299 in that game.
Well, nicely done to all of our jackpot winners, small or large. There's a great chance to win some money, and we got a lot of opportunities for you guys to be like one of those lucky few winners today as well. And even outside of our regularly scheduled bingo, we release some awesome eTab games that you guys can play at any time. But before I go over our latest one, we got some winners.
We got Mad Hatter over at the Blue Line and Yags370 over at the Sidetrack, as well as Pig over at American Legion. All splitting up that prize. Good job to all those players. Now we have a coverall winner.
That's right. I'm back over at Main Street Pub, as well as Mad Hatter over at Blue Line are both splitting up that $16 must-go prize in this game number 1. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 2. That means that over $17,000 jackpot is rolling and growing on over to the next game.
Oh, yeah, but if you guys want to know anything about Pilot Games, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You can find all of our social medias on there, as well as links to our bar locations, pgl.world. You can also just scroll down the page and you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, and player pictures, and so much more. And so it's a great way to just figure out anything about Pilot Games.
Absolutely, but I didn't get a chance to highlight our latest eTab game. It's called Later Gator, guys. Definitely go check that out. You can even check out the Gator Bait bonus round where you set the bait, wait for the biggest gator, and take home those big prizes.
Yeah, definitely a fun one. But we got 2 minutes and and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this next game of Twins Bingo. So get enrolled and press play. This Twins Bingo is going to be coming to you guys from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. After this, we got that Jackpot 125-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4 with a mega prize of $33,000, 51 balls or less to win. You'll definitely want to come out for those games.
Absolutely, and it leads you right into our happy hour show where we got some great prizes on the line. Our Lucky 4 bingo game that happens right at 4 p.m. and a second opportunity right at 6 has over $19,800 on the line in that one. You guys, we're trying to give it out for you.
Oh, yeah, and then in between those two games of Lucky 4, 23 games of Jackpot Hunter with a mega of 100 grand, a major of 10,000. The minor starting off at $0 but grows so quickly and goes out so often. It's definitely worth checking out. But after that, you get into some Skull Bingo that normally runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock with some really good jackpots on the line. $49,000 on the coverall, 50 balls or less to win. Large frame of $1,700, 43 balls or less to win. And then a $350 line prize that you can take home in 10 balls or less. But it will all be interrupted for 2 hours during tonight due to one of our specialty nights.
That's right. And so from 7 to 9, right in the middle of that Skull Bingo, you guys will be able to watch us. Ian and I will be back in Better Than Ever, right back in this Twin studio for a little bit of Twins Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And in those 2 hours, we got some tournament-style games, a high-low game where the biggest loser takes home a first-place prize, and we even have a jackpot jungle coverall. That's 25-cent cards, so in 52 balls or less, you could take home over $13,000.
Oh, yeah. Just last night, we had a different specialty night, MegaSota game night. It's your chance to see Tony and Nikki try and give out a bunch of different prizes, PGL points, as well as a jackpot jungle grand finale of $18,795. You can win that on a $1 card if you win it in 54 balls or less on those Tuesdays.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys will definitely want to be coming out for our specialty nights. You might have missed last night, but don't worry, they happen each and every week. So come out tonight for that Twins Wednesday and next week for MegaSota game night.
Oh, yeah, but we just have a few seconds before we get enrolled in this game number 2, so make sure you're getting enrolled. Press and play, $17,000 on the line. We don't want to miss out on this really, really good prize in Twins Bingo. But we got some really good national days to get into, and our first one is National Kissing Day. We won't limit you or time you on the affectionate holiday. National Kissing Day on June 22nd. Encourage us to pucker up for a smooch, whether the kiss comes from a significant other, your children, or pets. Share the love.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a great day. I just found out a fun little kissing fact from my grandpa the other day, and I think you were there as well when we talked about this.
I don't think I was.
When the sailor that came back,
yes,
the iconic sailor photo from, I forget, World War II.
Yeah, when they first find out that the war is over, and the kiss in the street,
and he's got her dipped down,
and it's a nurse.
Yes, exactly. That they didn't know each other at all, which is absolutely hilarious because it's just so passionate, and you could just tell they're both so happy about the war being over that it just overtook them, emotions and everything, and then that iconic kiss went everywhere.
It was a literal serendipitous moment caught on camera that it was revolutionized for history.
Yeah, we do have SNS over at VFW Blaine taking home that must-go prize nice and early of $12. Now we're going to $12 large M. That Stu is now 4 balls away. But yeah, just a really, really funny little coincidence that happened was that they happened to not know each other at all, and that may be one of the most iconic kisses of all time.
Absolutely. I mean, my mom's favorite painting is Gustav Klint's The Kiss, which is just an iconic romanticized painting of a kiss that kind of embodies the same thing of like that woman being held, and it's a very, very cool piece.
Definitely interesting stuff. Well, it's inspired a lot of different art, a lot of different iconic moments, and so happy National Kissing Day. Hopefully you could enjoy a kiss from someone special. We do have some more national days to get into as we are really close to giving out this $12 large M. Stoli, Sparkles, which one can take it home? Maybe Skeet, who's 1 ball away now. But we'll need to do it nice and early or give out the double win in this one if we want a chance at giving out the $17,000 prize. And it'll have to be a double win right here. But it looks like it's just Sparkles. It's splitting it with Yags 370 over at the Sidetrack and Sparkles over at the Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill.
Yeah, both splitting up $12. We move past that jackpot, though. We're giving out $19 to Juicy Loser over at the shortstop Fridley.
Yeah, good job to all those winners in this game number 2 of Twins Bingo. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 3 with that jackpot over $17,000 continuing to grow.
Absolutely. But did you know you actually burn a significant amount of calories while kissing?
Yeah, I did know that actually. That's a little fact that I found out while I was in middle school.
Yeah, that was roughly around the time.
Yeah, I remember because I was like, yeah, yeah, great. I was like in 7th grade, fully like win, kiss everybody you know, burn calories, get in good shape.
Great shape.
Exactly. I thought it was the best fact ever known to mankind. So I think that's really, really funny that was one of the first things that I remembered as well when National Kissing Day popped up.
Absolutely. Well, happy National Kissing Day. It's a World Day as well, and it's World Rainforest Day. And on June 22nd, World Rainforest Day is the day that is set aside to help protect rainforests by raising awareness and encouraging action to protect them.
Oh, yeah, definitely a great way. We got some 10 facts about the rainforest. This is from 2021, so it may be a little outdated, but there are several different types of rainforests. While tropical rainforests are the most famous, rainforests are also found in subtropical and temperate zones. For example, the Pacific Northwest in the United States and parts of Japan have dense forests that receive as much rainfall as parts of the Amazon. Even within the tropics, rainforests have a great deal of variables depending on the soil, geology, precipitation patterns, and even the resident wildlife.
All right, super cool. Yeah, rainforests cover less than 3% of the planet and closing.
Wow.
Estimated of rainforest cover depends on the methodology used to define a forest, including the density of the canopy cover and the height of the trees. In dry regions, an area with 10% of canopy cover can be classified as a forest. But in topics, 10% canopy cover may not look much like a conventional forest. By the broad definition, the United Nations estimated the forest covered 1.77 billion hectares of or 1.8 million square miles of land in tropical countries in 2015. If the threshold of canopy covers is increased to 75%, forests cover about 1.3 billion hectares or 5 million square miles in 2014, according to Matthew Henson, a researcher at the University of Maryland.
Wow, really interesting stuff. The world's largest rainforest is the Amazon rainforest. I think we all realize. I think a lot of people have heard that, but definitely an interesting fact. The second largest rainforest is found in Central Africa's Congo Basin.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool.
Yeah. No, there's a little list of them as well.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about any of the other ones? Yeah, you got
That's
Congo. Really, really cool stuff.
Absolutely. A lot of statistics. Rainforest houses more species of plants and animals than any other terrestrial ecosystem.
Wow, that is so cool.
While tropical rainforests cover less than 10% of Earth's landmass, they are thought to house more than half of the world's terrestrial species. There are several reasons why rainforests are so diverse, including their climate, their vegetation structure, as well as the competition between species.
Yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, it has dominated by half a dozen tree species. A tropical rainforest may have more than 480 tree species in a singular hectare.
Really cool. We are officially in this game number 3, though. We have $14 on that line in large M and $17,182 on that jackpot.
Okay, and last little fact about rainforest is much of the life in the rainforest is found in the trees.
All right, but we got Nene as well as Doggo 11 over at the Polar Lounge. Nene playing over at Main Street. They're both splitting up $14 on that line prize.
Yeah, comparable to temperate forests, an unusual high percentage of life in the rainforest can be found in the trees. Much of its concentrated in the canopies. The layers created well above the forest floor by overlapping branches that and leaves of the rainforest trees. The conditions of canopy are strikingly different from those on the forest floor, meaning there are orders of magnitude more ecological niches for species to inhabit. For example, many animals typically thought of as a ground-dwelling or arboreal in the rainforest include salamanders, anteaters, and even crabs.
Very cool.
So that's really interesting. Wow.
Yeah, but we do have Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar taking away that large M, $14 going out to you. We got a nice little run up at this jackpot now.
Oh yeah, and our next national day, as we are getting after this jackpot, is National HVAC Day, HVAC Tech Day. With the day heating up on June 22nd, is a perfect day for National HVAC Tech Day.
Absolutely. I know that we are definitely thanking people in the HVAC tech systems because we just had an issue. Our first day moving into our apartment, it was about 93 degrees outside and about 89 degrees in our apartment.
Yes.
And we could not figure out what was wrong with our AC.
Yes.
But within 30 minutes, we had an HVAC team in there fixing it up, and now we have a nice chilled apartment, which is very nice.
It's very, very nice. We do have sparkles as well as AWP2ILL for you. Taking home, splitting up that $21 Musco prize.
Nicely done. That was game number 3. We're going to be getting enrolled in a game number 4.
I was trying to see if it made any kind of sense, but I can't make any kind of sense out of it. But good job to all those winners in that game. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 4. Should be some really good stuff. But yeah, super important stuff. We've talked about it. I mean, this is one of the most one of the greatest things about living in the time that we do. Like when you talk about, oh, I wish I lived back in this time and everything like that. I mean, heating, cooling, ventilation being as good as it is nowadays is so nice, and I'm so glad that I live in this era, just so that I can cool off my house whenever I want.
Absolutely.
I can do whatever that is.
It's definitely a privilege.
It's so great, and so having that heating, ventilation, and air conditioning is a huge part to our everyday lives, and a lot of people wouldn't know what to do with themselves if they didn't have it.
Absolutely. And I think it's really comical because I am a finance major. And when I was taking my prerequisites, about half of them were HVAC students. And they were like, why do I have to take a world culture class for HVAC? Or like, it was
That's
just
so
random
funny.
humanities
Yeah.
or elections that we had to take. And it was so comical because we were both just like, how does this apply to either of our majors?
Oh yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't. But I got to meet a lot of HVAC students.
That's really interesting. I feel like I love those HVAC students because they keep the thing rolling, and so
Oh, yeah.
we always
Very
want to keep
important.
those air cold.
Yeah,
and
especially now that we're hitting record-breaking temps this summer. It's insane.
Oh yeah, I remember there was 1 year where my air conditioning went out in my home, and
Ooh.
my dad wanted to fix it himself. He didn't want to have someone else come in and fix it. He thought he could do it himself, kind of deal.
thought.
And it took about a full summer of not having air, but he did fix it. He did end up fixing it by
Right in time not to need it anymore.
to not need it, but he got it ready for the next summer and everything like that. But we went like one summer without having air conditioning, which I guess in Michigan, Minnesota, and stuff like that, it's not the worst thing in the
No,
world.
it's not
'cause,
the end of the
I mean,
world.
maybe for you guys who were around for that 100-degree day that just happened over in
Yeah.
Minnesota, but usually it's not too bad here in the Midwest, and so definitely a day to appreciate. I feel like more of the heating side of it, because if we didn't have the heating side, I would go crazy during the wintertime.
We would all die.
Yeah, it would be. I don't think it's that drastic, but I think it
I
would.
don't know.
We have blankets and we have coats and stuff like that.
I know,
We'd
but
survive.
it would not be pleasant.
You'd be like, I'd die on the inside.
I would.
I believe that for sure. Well, happy National HVAC Tech Day.
Oh my goodness. I remember one winter I didn't have the heat on in my apartment, and I had friend was over, and we had the window open because it was a nice chilled night. And we liked the fresh air. And then she'd left, and I had fallen asleep, and we had forgotten to shut my window. And I woke up in my Tempur-Pedic mattress pad, which is, you guys know, they're cushy, you sink right in. It was frozen as a brick. And
Really?
it was just a little indent where my little like fetal position body was
Oh
freezing.
my goodness, yes.
And it was so comical because I woke up and I texted her and I was just like, you didn't shut my window on your way out. And she was like, I completely forgot.
Oh
Are you
my
alive?
goodness.
It was freezing.
That's so funny. We do have a line prize going out to Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. Taking home $15. We just had Kirby fully loaded on our movies. Herbie. It's Herbie, not
It's
Kirby.
Herbie.
Kirby's the
Kirby's
pink
the
ball.
pink ball.
Herbie's is the bug.
Yes.
That's funny. Well, good job, Kirby, getting the win. I like that one even better anyway. So, good job, Kirby. Next up on our National Day list is National Onion Rings Day. On June 22nd, National Onion Rings Day recognizes the batter-dipped, deep-fried bite of deliciousness that runs rings around other appetizers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big onion rings guy. You're not as much, though.
No.
But you don't mind them because of the taste. It's not the taste that throws you off.
It's just when they're done in poorly, and it's kind of like
And
the
the
breading separates
from
the onion.
Yes, and that's pretty much it's pretty hard to
I
make
know.
an onion ring that actually does stick with the onion. You got to make sure you're doing those clear cut bites. To make sure that you don't have the full onion come out with it.
Yes, I need to make sure I just firmly bite into it instead of just having the onion.
Who's
come
gonna do
out.
that with every bite with their onion ring? I know I can't because I end up.
No. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm much more a mozzarella stick gal.
Oh, I love mozzarella sticks, but I love myself a good onion, like the big tower of
Yeah,
onion.
we were just talking about the tower onion rings.
Oh, so good.
Well, today's the
Absolutely
day
love
to
it.
have some.
Or onion tanglers, like the little onion, breaded onion tanglers that they'll put on sandwiches and
Like
stuff
barbecue
like that.
sandwiches.
Oh my goodness, so good.
We do have Medusa as well as Doggo 11, both splitting up that $15 large, and we moved past that jackpot. We got $22 on that Musco prize now.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff, and I love a good onion ring day.
Do you like a bloomin' onion?
A bloomin' onion? I don't know if I've had a bloomin' onion.
You've
to
never
be
had a
honest.
bloomin' onion?
Yeah, I don't think I've had a bloomin' onion, to be honest. Yeah, it might
They're
be
kind of fun.
It's probably something that I should try.
Yeah, they're like you know what they are?
Yeah, I know what they
Yeah.
are. They always advertised from
Oh,
Outback.
yeah.
But
They're advertised a lot.
but we do have a winner.
That's right. Nene over at Main Street Sports Bar is taking home that Musco prize, 22. Going out to you.
Yeah, good job, Nene, getting the win on that one. We're about to get enrolled into game number 5?
Yeah.
Already game number 5, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play. But, celebrate this National Onion Ring Day. Hopefully while you're playing right now, you can get yourself a batch and enjoy it while you're playing. Get that screen a little greasier.
Absolutely. But next up, we have one last national day, and it is National Chocolate Eclair Day. This is one I could definitely get behind. It's an awesome national day, and on June 22nd annually, it recognizes the delicious cream-filled pastry covered in smooth chocolate.
Oh, super, super good. I mean, anything you involve chocolate with, it's super good. But a chocolate eclair takes it to the next level, adding that bread mix into it, and it just, you can't go wrong with it.
No, my grandmother used to have a tub of eclairs that she kept in her fridge at all times. And so when I was little, I would sneak into her kitchen and just go reach in and steal a little eclair at a time. And they were just constant favorite in that household.
They're the kind of thing that if they got brought into my household, they would last for 1 second in there.
You know how all grandmas typically have a specific cookie that they keep in the house?
Hers was eclairs.
Hers was eclairs and the little mini cream puffs.
That's good. That's
yeah.
good.
We had tea parties all the time though, so.
That makes sense. Makes sense. I'm trying to think of what I had those little cookies that had the frosting. I don't know what to call them, but I know the
the farmhouse cookies that have that are sugar cookies, and they have the perfectly circled
Yes.
icing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Those are the ones that one side always had. The other side, she didn't have a consistent sweet that she always had.
Okay.
She had one sweet that she would always make for my birthday and stuff like that, which was chocolate cream pie. But
Ooh.
besides that, she didn't have like a sweet that just sat around the house all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either eclairs in my grandmother's house or at my nana's house. They would have a bowl of Host cookies, like
That's great.
the paper thin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally get
Yep.
that. That's great.
Those just sat out. And when I was a kid, I thought they were doilies because they had like patterns on them and
What are
stuff like
doilies?
that. Those
I don't know what that is. Like the
like the
placemat?
macrame placemats.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I thought that they were these because some of them looked like they were like floral detailed, and so I didn't know that they were real cookies. And my dad would just go up and grab like fistfuls and
And
eat
you were
them,
like,
and I was like,
ew. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's really, really funny stuff. Well, happy Chocolate Eclair Day, as well as all those other national days. Hopefully you can enjoy them. But we're hoping that we can enjoy a Twins Guardians game today, because I think that's happening at 6:40 tonight, which should be a good one.
all right, yeah, let's take a peek.
Yes, they do play at 8:40 today. Right now, the Cleveland Guardians are 35-28. We are 38-31 so far this season. We're hoping that we can get the win.
Absolutely, but we got Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine taking home that line prize win of $15. We got 15 on that large M and $17,338 on that jackpot.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff for those players. But we are now working on that $15 large M, and we got 7 balls away. Kirby, Stoley, Scotty, Sparkle, Dan the Man, all out there trying to get to it. Scrub by a big-time player out there getting it. Well, we're hoping that our Twins can make up for that loss that they had to the Diamondbacks 7-1 just last Sunday.
Absolutely, but in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Twins, you can play our awesome E-Tab game that we've teamed up with them for, Twins Win. And it's a great E-Tab game. You can even choose a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round and win some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, definitely get into those games. They are super, super fun, as well as the games that you're playing right now, which earn you points towards the Twiking Zone. And our players sit like this in that Twiking Zone. In 10th place, we have a 2-way tie between Bryza over the Atomic Star Tavern and Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. They both have 120,000 points. With 121,000 points in 9th place, we got Pooba over at Meinster's Bar and Grill. 8th place is Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 136,000 points. With 140,000 points in 7th place, we got Yo-Yo over at the Red Go.
Yeah, but we got Kirby at American Legion Fridley taking away that large M, $15 going out to you.
Yeah, and now we are working on the $17,000 prize. We'll see if anybody can win it as we creep closer. But in 6th place, we got GTZ over at the Midi with 174,000 points, getting bumped back by Lucky Tim over at Whitefront Saloon in 5th place with 179,000 points. With 211,000 points in 4th place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, who just got passed up by Mikey Wins over at Steve O's, who's now in 3rd place with 225,000 points.
That's right, but we do have Medusa over at Beck's Pub taking home that Musco prize, $23 going out to you in this game number 5. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 6.
Only 3 balls away from taking home that jackpot, though.
I know. I was watching.
Super close stuff for Medusa. Hopefully, we can get even closer headed into this next game, and we can give out a really big prize. But the number 2 player in these standings, we got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 229,000 points, and with 321,000 points in 1st place, we saw them getting after and got a win on the line prize just in this last game. Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine.
Absolutely, but on the location side of things, in 10th place, we sit with Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, 194,000 points. 9th place sits with Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 275,000 points. Then we have VFW Blaine in 8th place with 283,000. Then in 7th, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue with 301,000 points. Now in 6th place, we got Eagles Rochester with 305,000 points. 5th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault with 316,000. But with 338,000 in 4th place, it's Steve-O's and Crystal. Third place sits with American Legion Fridley with 563,000, closing that gap between them and second place Corky's Bar in South Haven, who sits with 565,000. And now in our number one location is VFW Spring Lake Park, sitting with a whopping 980,000 points so far.
Yeah, really, really good stuff for those locations. Killing it. I hope that VFW Spring Lake Park is going to be in that 1 million point club by the end of the season.
Oh, I think they will for sure.
It will be some pretty hype stuff. But we got a really hype ETAB game that we need to highlight because this jackpot is creeping up to $50,000. And that has to be Martian Invasion. It's the only one that we ever talk about getting a jackpot that high in the ETABs. And it's an absolute blast to play. Go check it out. Win really big prizes as well as play the fun outer space game Martian Invasion.
Oh, yeah, but if that doesn't sound up to your speed, don't worry. We have over 50 different Charitable ETAB games that you guys can choose to play at any time. They all have 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500, not to mention small bets between 50 cents and $5, awesome bonus rounds, and you can win some free play rounds as well, too.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. It's super fun. Would you ever, hang out with some aliens?
It would depend.
On the alien?
I mean, I think yes.
You'd hang out with the alien?
I think yes.
If you seemed nice enough and he was like, hey, what's up? Want to hang out?
Yeah.
Want to watch some Gossip Girl? I don't know. Whatever show you're currently into.
Yeah.
And he wants to watch.
Yeah. I'm not really into any TV show. I just don't have much to do, so I just force myself to put on something.
Something that you can put on. So I guess, whatever you want to watch, Alien.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care about what I'm watching. I want to know more about the aliens.
Yeah.
Forget about Gossip Girl.
I completely agree with you. Just start interviewing the alien and make him feel uncomfortable.
I wouldn't put it that way. I would be like, do you listen to music? Do you speak other languages?
Yeah.
Where do you come from? Are you nice? Are you going to kill me?
Yeah.
You going to scoop my brain? That's what I'm really worried about with aliens.
Seems like you're really digging into someone you just met.
It's an alien.
I know. I'm just kidding. Definitely some fun stuff. Go check out Martian Invasion. You'll get. Hopefully, you can take home that huge jackpot. We do have some fun music history in today. And in 1955, Walt Disney's Lady and the Tramp premieres in theaters. The Canine cartoon features music from Peggy Lee. Includes "He's a Tramp," "La La Lu," and Siamese Cat Song. Lee also voices a Darling Ladies owner, Peg the dog, and
the
ornery Siamese cats.
We got Kirby at American Legion Fridley taking home yet another win on that line prize. $15 going out to you.
Yeah, good job, Kirby. But love that. That's a classic Disney movie.
Yeah, this is one that I actually have not seen since I was a kid.
Really? It's such a good one, but it's one that, I agree. It's just I don't watch it way too often.
No, and I never have like a feeling because like sometimes I feel nostalgic and I'm like, all right, when I go back to my parents' house, I watch like the original Cinderella on VHS or something like that, and I never go to pick Lady and the Tramp.
I feel like that's one that it was a classic, but I just don't watch it
if
nearly
I
as much
want
as I
an
should.
older Disney film about animals, I'm gonna go Aristocats.
Aristocats?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good one too. But it's been over. I've heard the songs way too many times at this point. For them, like there was a big time where like everyone, like I feel like every kid was watching Aristocats. Aristocats.
Aristocats. Okay.
Yeah,
I love the soundtrack on there. I will never get sick of it.
It is super good.
Everybody.
It's a good one. It's a really good one. But Lady and the Tramp, I feel like gets thrown at the wayside just because it's a different animal one, but is a completely different storyline and a completely very, very separate from Aristocats movie.
Well, not really. It's like a posh female animal falling in love with an alley dog or cat.
Yeah, but their characters are so different.
That's true.
It's a completely different character. Oh, but yeah, winners.
We do have some winners as we have Zip at our place on third and Kirby at American Legion Fridley taking away and splitting up $15 between the each of you on that large M.
Like, you can't tell me that the Tramp is nearly the same personality as the
Thomas O'Malley.
Yeah, Thomas O'Malley.
No, but I prefer Thomas O'Malley than the Tramp.
No, the Tramp's such that's so funny because the Tramp is such a Bob.
I honestly couldn't even tell you. I haven't seen this movie in over 12 years.
Yeah, you'll need to rewatch it because I think you'll change your opinion. We do got some winners in this one. $22 going out to P2Il for you over at TT's Tilted Tavern Bar and Grill, taking home a really good prize. Now we're getting rolled into a game number 7 as we get into our next music history.
That's right, and in 1990 on this day, Billy Joel becomes the first rock act to play at Yankee Stadium when he performs at the first of 2 sellout shows.
Yeah, definitely a great one. Really,
cool.
really cool. I didn't realize that he was the first rock act to play in Yankee Stadium, but it was so successful that I'm sure they've had many, many more.
Absolutely. Big time. I couldn't even imagine getting to see Billy Joel live.
That would be really cool. In Yankee Stadium,
Yeah.
too, would be a really cool venue to watch him at. But next thing, we got a little bit of PGL stuff we got into because last night we had a PGL night. Tonight we have a PGL night. And so if you haven't been signed up, get signed up at PGL.world to become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. You also get a little bit of information about the upcoming PyCon. And so make sure you're signed up so that you don't miss out on any of that event information.
Oh, absolutely. You guys will definitely want to be in the know about PyCon. Sign up, get your tickets when it starts rolling out to you guys because we are going to be so excited when we get to come over to you into Minnesota and see you guys live and have a bunch of fun with you. And we also showcase a newcomer spotlight to all of the new players who sign up at PGL.world, like Critter623, Winifred Rue, Dusty726, Tyler T, Mail Lady, Jay-Z, MZ Holly, Miss Kitty, Poa, Beatnik, Sandud, Aim23, Ducks, Game Guy 202, Rydell, Scat, Bree, as well as Crayola7.
Yeah, definitely a great list of players getting signed up. But we got some great players that have been competing for PGL points all season long. And in 10th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill, who just was able to get into that 10th place last night with 1,154,000 points. With 1,174,000 points in 9th place, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar. 8th place is Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 1,299,000 points. With 1,339,000 points in 7th place, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville. 6th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 1,438,000 points. With 1,594,000 points in 5th place, we got Bryzo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,717,000 points. With 1,742,000 points in 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,272,000 points. And with 2,622,000 points in 1st place, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got LJ's in Miltona with 4,819,000. 9th place, it's with Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 5,032,000. But with 5,215,000 in 8th place, it's the Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. 7th place is Neeson's Gaylord with 5,243,000, but with 5,555,000 in 6th place is VFW Northfield. 5th place is with American Legion Cleveland with 5,887,000. Then into 4th place we have Velasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,808,000 points. Now to our top 3. In 3rd place we sit with Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 6,933,000. 2nd place is Billy's in Rockford, sitting with 8,049,000. But in 1st place, it's Poppers in Virginia with 8,142,000. But we do have a winner there on that line prize.
Yeah, line prize going out to Kirby over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $15. Now working on a $15 large M. Should be some good stuff. As we got I'm Back, the TJ69, Medusa, Kirby, as well as Jerry getting after this one.
Absolutely, but we are officially to that 4th game in the Stanley Cup playoffs where the Lightning are going up against the Avalanche. Right now, the Avalanche have 2 wins and the Lightning have 1. They are still in Tampa Bay, and they will be playing tonight at 7 p.m. for you guys.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. We'll see. It's looking a lot like how that Rangers series went, where the Rangers won 2 in a row right off the bat. Then the Lightning won their first game at home, and they didn't lose after that.
Yeah, that's John's prediction to what's to come.
And so we'll see if that can happen. I don't think that'll happen with the Avalanche being such a talented hockey team. And you guys can get a little bit of hockey action by playing the great eTab game. Let's Go Wild at all your favorite Minnesota bars. Check out that Slapshot bonus round to see if you can win some really good prizes.
Absolutely, but we got $15 on that large M and $17,489 on that jackpot. But we have an awesome fishing report done for you guys about the Bemidji Lake areas, done by Explore Minnesota, updated on just the 16th. But before I get into it, we got a winner.
Yeah, GGG over at Halfley's Bar, taking home that $15 large M. Now we're working on a $17 $17 jackpot prize that we have to give out in 52 balls or less. Kirby, Daver, both in line to be able to take this one home. We'll see if anybody can, as they'll have to win it in this next ball right here, right now. And it doesn't look like it's happening. Moving on to a $22 must-go prize.
That's right, but fishing guy Dick Beardsley took 14-year-old Julia and 13-year-old Sienna out on a guided fishing trip just last Saturday on Take a Kid Fishing Day. And within that 5 minutes, Julia landed a 23.5-inch walleye, and shortly after, Sienna caught her first walleye of the day as well. But before I go any further, we got a winner.
We got Dago 11 or Dago 11 over at the Polar Lounge, taking home that $22 must-go cover-all prize.
Nicely done. That was game number 7. We're going to get enrolled in a game number 8, but the group kept 3 walleyes, releasing the other walleye, and caught about 30 more northern pike. Caught more than 30 northern pike, and at the end of the day, the girls and their parents and other guides and groups met at the Lake Bemidji State Park for a big fish fry and photos. It was a very special and exciting day for all, and overall, walleye fishing remains good on many Bemidji Lake areas. Jigs with minnows and live bait rigs with crawlers or leeches are turning the most fish in. Panfish are active in the swallows at the emerging reeds, responding well to small jigs tipped with plastics, small minnows, or even waxworms. Largemouth as well as smallmouth bass are heating up, and the bass found shallow along the edge of the merging weed lines. Northern pike are hitting anything tossed nearby.
Yeah, really, really great stuff over in that fishing report. And cool to hear about some new fishers. We're getting a good start to this year's fishing season.
Absolutely, and I bet that was just a great experience for them to be able to go out there with their parents and guides, catch all those fish, and then just have an awesome fish fry with all their friends and family soon after.
Yeah, really, really good stuff and a great story. Another great story is of Bob getting a win, and I think we got Bob right there in our player pictures. Just a great player pick that Bob sent in over the weekend, and you guys can make that big screen appearance, or maybe in our enrolling screen. If you win a jackpot, play Pilot Games, maybe hang out with your favorite bartender while you're playing Pilot Games, all you gotta do is take a photo of it and share it with us, and we'll get that into our different screens and different showing it off opportunities. And you guys can share those pictures on Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com, or you can post them onto any of your social media with the hashtag PilotGames.
Absolutely. We'd love seeing all your smiling faces out there having a good time with Pilot, so absolutely do so. But you guys have just over a minute to get enrolled in this game number 8, and we have over $17,488 on that jackpot.
Oh yeah, but we're in the midst of off-season football right now, and one thing that always happens is a bunch of rumors, a bunch of people saying, yeah, I would love this, oh, this would be awesome. And one of those things involving our Vikings just happened, as former Minnesota Vikings tight end Kyle Rudolph recently spoke about the possibility of rejoining his old team for the upcoming 2022 season. He was stated to say, absolutely. I said it when I left here that Minnesota is always my home. It's kind of never been brought to my attention more than when we came back to New Jersey after last season. Certainly for me, there was still one thing left to do here, and that's win a championship in Minnesota. So obviously, I would love another opportunity to have another crack at it.
Absolutely, and I feel like our team is really putting their best foot forward forward for this next season. So if there's going to be a time, this is definitely one to see if they can make it all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah, and I think Kyle Rudolph, he's one of those leadership guys that's a good locker room presence, and so would love him involved in that, as well as him being just a pretty talented tight end to be able to use within the rotation.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have to see what happens, though, as we close in on the NFL season. But in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Vikings, we have our awesome eTab game that we all know and love, Vikings Victory. You guys should definitely check it out, even try your hand at that skull bonus round and pick a lucky letter to see if you can win some huge prizes.
Yeah, but right now we got a line prize going out to Red over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $14. Now we're working on a $14 large M, as well as a $17,564 coverall. We'll see who can take that one home. We got Skeets 5 balls away from that large M prize.
Absolutely. But as you guys come out for our happy hour show tonight from 4 to 6 while playing those 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter, you guys are going to be winning some great prizes, but you're also going to be taking home some points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings.
Oh, yeah, and in those player standings in 10th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House with 59,000 points. With 60,000 points in 9th place, we got O. Lars over at Onamia Vets Club. 8th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000 points. With 63,000 points in 7th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Kimmy over at the Double Wide. Getting out of that tie with Kimmy in 6th place now is 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar with 64,000 points. With 69,000 points in 5th place, we got Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar, 45. 4th place is Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 71,000 points. 3rd place is Not Lucky over at American Legion Fridley with 83,000 points. With 146,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. And in 1st place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 151,000 points.
Absolutely. We are definitely looking to see what kind of shakeups are happening as we are officially in this tail end of Season 11. But on the location side of things, we had a newcomer jumping into 10th place as American Legion Fridley sits in 10th with 107,000. But in 9th place is Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul with 111,000. With 119,000 in 8th place is Onamia Vets Club. 7th place is with Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 and Hilltop with 123,000. But in 6th is Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 127,000. But before I get into those top fives, we got some winners.
Yeah, we got MD Mailman as well as Sinbob splitting up that $14 large M as we've clicked over to a $22 Musco coverall prize with Sinbob 1 ball away.
Yeah, let's see if them or Oki can take it home. But into the top fives, we've got Riverboat Depot in Sartell with 131,000 points. 4th place is Concordia Lanes in Newham with 149. But there it is.
Juicy Loser over at the shortstop Fridley taking home that $22 Musco coverall prize. Good job to all those winners in this game number 8. We're going to only have 2 more shots at this jackpot, so make sure you guys are getting rolled into this game number 9.
Absolutely. But our top 3 in the Jackpot Hunter location standings sit with Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 234,000. But with exactly 300,000 points in 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park. 1st place, though, is Corner Bar in Goodhue with a whopping 414,000.
Yeah, good job to all those locations and players doing a great job during our happy hour bingo. But time to talk about a little bit celebrity birthday action. And born in 1837, we got Paul Morphy, a American chess player, considered the greatest of his era as he was winning from 1857 to 61.
Yeah, he's often considered the unofficial world chess champion.
Wow.
Born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, he used to watch games between his uncle and father, and that's how he learned.
Really? And he learned all the different strategies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he used to play with his mom and have his mom try and trick him.
That's
So
cool.
he would learn how to fix things when he was caught in different situations in chess.
Well, that's a really cool way to learn, especially when you don't have, like, what I would do is just look up YouTube videos, but back then you don't got YouTube to be able to look up stuff at, and so he just was able to learn through watching, putting himself in different predicaments, and then being able to try and work his way out of those. Really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Paul Morphy.
Absolutely. Next up, we have Carl Hubble, the American Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher. He was a 9-time MLB All-Star and a World Series champion in 1933. He also won the NL MVP in 1933, and he played for the New York Giants.
Yeah, he also won that NL MVP in 36 as well.
Oh,
Really,
yeah.
really great stuff.
Very cool. Yeah, he was nicknamed the Meat Ticket.
Oh, that's an interesting nickname.
These nicknames in the sports world, especially those of like older times, just absolutely crack me up.
Oh, they're great. Well, happy birthday, Meat Ticket. Next up, born in 1906, we got Anne Morrow Lindbergh, an American author and aviator who wrote Gift from the Sea.
Absolutely. She was the wife of the decorated pioneer aviator Charles Lindbergh, with whom she had many exploration and flights. She was raised in New Jersey and later in New York. She graduated from Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Wow, that's really cool. Charles Lindbergh, he was an American aviator, military officer, author, inventor, and activist. At the age of 25, he achieved world fame by making his first nonstop flight from New York City to Paris from May 20th through the 21st in 1927.
Very cool, yeah. Anne Morrow Lindbergh is known because she is the first American woman to earn a first-class glider pilot's license in 1930.
Well, happy birthday, Anne Monroe Lindbergh.
Absolutely. Next up in 1906, born was Billy Wilder, the Australian-born American filmmaker, did Some Like It Hot, Apartment, and Stalag 17.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. Billy Wilder, yeah, an Australian-American film director, producer, and screenwriter. His career in Hollywood spanned 5 decades, and he is regarded as one of the most brilliant and versatile filmmakers of classic Hollywood era.
Yeah, he did. But we do have a winner as red over at American Legion. Fridley is taking home $12 on that line prize. We got 12 on that large M and $17,625 on that jackpot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did a bunch of works with Marilyn Monroe.
That's really cool. Well, happy birthday, Billy Wilder. Next up, born in 1918, we got Cecily Sanders, an English nurse, physician, and writer who founded the first modern hospice.
Yeah, she looks just adorable.
That's super funny.
She was responsible for establishing the discipline and culture of palliative care.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Well, happy birthday, Cecily Sanders. Now, we're hoping that $12 large M can get out there quickly, as we got Julie Mad Hatter, Juicy Loser, Skeets, all, now 2 balls away for Julie, Mad Hatter, and Skeets. We'll see who can join them, or if they can get the win out really nice and early.
Absolutely, but next up in 1947, we got Pistol Pete Maravich. He is an American NBA star and played for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, one of those really, really iconic basketball players, and really, really good NBA player. But probably what he's most known for is how much he averaged back in college. He was absolutely lights out in college as let's see what he averaged. Yeah, he averaged 44 points per game while he was in college.
Yeesh.
Absolutely dominated, with his per season average slowly climbed from 43.8 per game in 1968 to 44 points per game in 1969. Really crazy stuff. But we got Mad Hatter over at the Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill taking home that large M prize, as we also got Skeets over at Steve O's taking home that Musco prize. $19 going out to Skeets, $12 going out to Mad Hatter in this game number 9.
He even actually predicted his own death.
Really?
He said that he didn't want to play 10 years in the NBA and die of a heart attack at 40, but he ended up playing about 10 years in the NBA and passing away about 41 years old.
That is crazy. But I mean, just a very iconic basketball player that I have always really liked just because of his name,
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete. Always really, really cool.
Absolutely. But next up in 1949, we got Meryl Streep, who was born the American actress. She was a French lieutenant's woman and in Sophie's Choice, as well as Mamma Mia. She was in Julia. She was in you name it.
Yeah, she's
Oh my
very much a
goodness.
working actress through the early 2000s. Yeah, like you said,
Devil
Devil
Wears
Wears Prada. Don't Look Up, the new movie that just came out in 2021. Death Becomes Her.
That's a funny one.
It's Complicated. Little Woman. Let's
Yeah,
see, Into
a
the
whole
Woods.
bunch. She's really good in Into the Woods. She plays the witch.
The newer Mary Poppins in 2018.
Mm.
She's also in the book turned movie The Giver in 2014. Not nearly as good as the book.
No, the book is way better.
I'm trying to think. She's in the 2004 series of unfortunate events movie. Really cool stuff.
I love her.
Happy birthday, Meryl Streep. Next up, born in 1958, we got Bruce Campbell, an American actor, producer, and director who did Army of Darkness, Evil, and as well as Evil Dead 2, and many, many more.
Absolutely. I didn't recognize him until I saw his face.
He's also he's also in the new Doctor Strange movie as references to the Evil Dead movies because of the whole entire his hand gets possessed in the Evil Dead movie and he can't control it, and Doctor Strange like forces his hand to start hitting himself in this Doctor Strange.
Is he the hot dog guy?
Yes, he's the hot dog guy,
my
and it's a
goodness,
reference
that's
to
funny.
I think the Evil Dead series.
Yeah, he's even in Sky High.
Yes, he is as the dad. No,
No.
not as the dad, as the villain.
He's
As
the principal.
Yeah.
He's not the villain.
Not the villain. No, he is the gym instructor.
The gym teacher, yes.
He's the gym
Yes,
teacher
yes,
in that
yes.
one. I completely forgot. Well, happy birthday, Bruce Campbell. Next up, born in 1962, we got Clyde the Glide Drexler, an NBA guard from 1983 to 98. 10-time All-Star, played for the Portland Trail Blazers, as well as the Houston Rockets. Won the Olympic gold in 1992, and also followed up that career with being a broadcaster.
Very cool.
Yeah, definitely a great NBA player with a great nickname, Clyde the Glide.
Absolutely. Next up in 1964, we got Dan Brown, the American author of thriller fiction, and he wrote The Da Vinci Code.
Oh yeah, I mean a very well-received book that not a lot of people have read, but when you do read it, it's got a huge it definitely has a huge impact. Next up, one of my favorite football players of all time, probably my favorite football player of all time, born in 1971, Kurt Warner, American Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback, Super Bowl winner in 1999, where he won the MVP, the Super Bowl MVP. He played for the St. Louis Rams, was a Pro Bowler from 1999 to 2001, and then again in 2008. And if it wasn't for the big disturbances in his career, he would have been one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Very cool. We do have Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar taking home $16 on our final line prize. We got $16 on that large M and $17,715 on our final rounds of jackpot.
Yeah, he got moved around all sorts of different places. He originally couldn't make the NFL, was bagging groceries in a store, came out, competed, led teams to Super Bowls and stuff like that. They decided, he wasn't good enough. They wanted younger or better talent. He was getting too old or whatever it was.
Their
And so
mistake.
they would replace him, move on to the next guy, and then he'd move on, get great success in the next program. They'd move on to the next guy, and he'd go back there. And he at one point had like 4 of the top most passing yards in Super Bowl history.
Really?
And so he was just a forever really good. Has made the Super Bowl a lot more times than he's won it. I think he's made it like 4 or 5 times, and he's
Okay.
only won it 1 time. But making it is an accomplishment in itself.
Oh,
A lot of
absolutely.
players never make it in their entire career, and he was able to do it with a shortened
Multiple
career
times.
due to the fact that no one believed in him, and he just kept on overcoming the odds.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday to Kurt Warner, along with all of the other celebrity birthdays. And if it's your birthday out there as well, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, now we're working on that $16 large M. We're hoping that we can give this out as we got 1 ball away for Dago 11 as well as June Now we got our NBA Finals champion, the Golden State Warriors. They won this 2022 NBA champions, but we are hoping that our Timberwolves can go out there and get some wins soon.
But we got Sparkle over at Blue Line Sports Bar taking home $16 on that large M. Let's see.
Can it go out?
Doesn't look like it. We're moving past that jackpot. $25 on that must-go prize now, but we have some movies that were released on this day. And in 1984, the original Karate Kid was released.
1988, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Love that one. Next up, in 2001, we had Fast and Furious as well as Dr. Dolittle 2.
Yeah, in 2005, we had Herbie Fully Loaded. I accidentally
Called him Kirby.
Called him Kirby, but there it is, Herbie for Fully Loaded.
But we got Junior over at Wild Boar Bar and Grill, taking home $25 on that must-go prize. Next up, Evan Almighty was released in 2007 and Brave in 2012. But we want to showcase a very important player.
Oh yeah, as you guys get enrolled into some jackpot hunter action, we want to highlight TNT over at American Legion Hugo, who took home the largest jackpot over the weekend of $4,447. And everyone who plays at American Legion Hugo supports the Hugo Legion Post 620. Their mission is to enhance the well-being of Americans' veterans, their families, our militaries, and our communities by their devotion to mutual helpfulness.
Absolutely. That is a great charity to support and a great location to go play at. You guys remember, you guys are getting involved in a little bit of the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. And remember, while you play pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
Highly competitive this season, and in 10th place, we got Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 4,514,925 points. 9th place is with Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 4,720,435 points. While in 8th, it's the Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 4,771,859 points. Now to the 5 million point club. In 7th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord sitting with 5,119,680 points. But with 5,146,845 points in 6th place, we have VFW Northfield. 5th place sits with American Legion Cleveland with 5,683,549 points. But now in 4th place, we have Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,530,265 points. But with 6,933,459 points, our previously reigning champ, 3rd place now, Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake. Now in 2nd place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 7,523,047 points. While in 1st place, we got Billy's Rockford reigning on top with 7,766,344 points accumulated so far.
Definitely some crazy stuff on those PGL standings. And if you guys want to be a part of those shakeups, make sure you're coming out on Tuesday night at 6:40 and on Wednesday night from 7 all the way till 9 o'clock. It's a blast to come out for those nights. A bunch of PGL tournament games, as well as some really good prizes on the line.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey, you guys, and if happy hour show each and every day from 4 to 6. That's when we run those 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. We give out some great cash, but we also give out some awesome points to count towards those Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yeah, but to dive right into those standings, in 10th place, we got Lars over at Anamia Vets Club, taking home 54,000 points. With 59,000 points in 9th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House. 8th place is Kev over at the Deer Stand with 61,000 points. With 63,000 points, we actually have a two-way tie in 6th place between 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar and Kimmy over at Niswa Legion.
Nice.
In 5th place, we got Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 with 68,000 points. With 69,000 points in 4th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 3rd place is Not Lucky over at American Legion Fridley with 83,000 points. With 144,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bowl over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. And then that number 1 player, it's Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 151,000 points.
Oh, yeah, those are some tight-knit standings, but I'm going to hop right into the location side of things, and we jump right off into a tie between American Legion Fridley and Shady's Railside and Rice. They're both in 9th place with 103,000. But with 109,000 points in 8th place, we have the Boulevard Tavern in West St. Paul. 7th place sits with Riverboat Depot in Sartell with 117,000. But right ahead of them is the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 118,000 in 6th place. 5th place sits with Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 122,000. Then in 4th, we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm, 143,000 points. But with 224,000 points in 3rd place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 2nd place sits with VFW Spring Lake Park with 285,000. And then reigning in on the top of this leaderboard at 1st place, Corner Bar in Goodhue with 412,000 points so far.
Oh yeah, definitely some great point totals for those locations, and we'll see if there can be any shakeups in the player and location sides in this upcoming week. But make sure you guys are coming out from 4 to 6 to earn those points in the Jackpot Hunter $1 edition. There it is, 53 balls,